And we're back like we never left, just like the father that you don't know.
Wow. And we're definitely back. Ellen, we're definitely back.
I mean,
Yeah, we're definitely back.
Did you miss us?
Oh, man.
Sorry, I apologize.
3, 2, 1, and action.
And we're back like we never left. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Before You Weekend. It has been a very, very long time. Calvin, Ellen.
Why did you make it sound so dramatic?
Ready?
Time's a charm for sure.
3, 2, 1, and action.
Let's get into the Word of God. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Before You Weekend.
Yeah.
We are finally here. This is the last take, and we want to make sure we do things right for you. So we'll keep redoing this until you are happy.
They have no context of what you're talking
Guys,
about.
we've been doing like.
The intro
Have you recorded all the other takes? Okay, we'll put it in.
Yeah, what?
Actually,
I like that.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to Before You Weekend.
Yeah,
It's been a while. We've missed you guys. We hope you've missed us.
And
Actually,
we're back.
as you can see, it's the usual criminals. Calvin and Ellen, how you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm clean. I'm good.
I'm good, man.
How
I'm
you
good.
doing?
I missed you guys.
Yo, Ellen has a fire tattoo that she just got. And it's so hard. It's so hard.
I was giving you guys a
I don't know. It's been a lot's been going on in South Africa and around the world.
100%.
Should we start with the obvious? We made it to the finals. We had
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Congratulations.
man.
Shout out to, you understand, the Boka.
To the
you know?
boys.
You understand, the boys.
Die mannen.
Yeah, the boys.
Ja, onze span,
Shout out
hoor.
to Sia Kolisi.
Ja.
Yeah.
Is goed, hoor.
Hey, brother. Doing it.
Listen, Faf, you my man.
Guys, I'm not the one doing this stuff. It's them.
Look, I think it's super incredible.
Yeah.
Again, please roll back the clip where I say SA's got some of the best sports teams in the world. Literally, that is what's happening.
You know, it's my only issue with Springboks. Not Springboks.
You have an
It's-
issue. Where?
No, it's not the Springbok team. This is what South Africa does. We perform well at sports, and for some weird reason, we connected to maybe there is hope for South Africa. What? Our sports did well. This has nothing to do with politics.
Shout out-
We still have the same problematic president.
Shout out to my dude Titi. Titi's got a whole running policy set where he talks about this exactly.
And I actually believe in it. It is true.
Do you think like now it gives us a bit of hope?
Oh, maybe load shedding is not that
It
bad.
doesn't give us hope, but we know for a fact that
Oh, you're saying it's true?
it's true what you say,
it
that
is,
like when we are doing well, you see, we get water, we get lights, we get hope, everything, Rainbow Nation.
Yes.
What? Put Bafana. What I meant to say was, just put like, anybody else except like the Springboks. Even like with cricket, like that it was like the Bokke, like we know we're going somewhere. But with everybody else, it's like, hey, Jesus.
No, our cricket's doing well. We are third in the world right now. We've only lost one game.
We are, but you know how it
No,
goes.
no,
we were. How many people like were dual watching when it was like the cricket, and we were like, you know what?
Look.
Born.
Yeah, look. The rugby team is the hardest team right now. They're the baddest.
Yeah.
They're the number one team in the country.
Yeah.
So if you have to pick between watching them and any other SA team, you're watching them.
Yeah.
Right? Shout out. We literally were in Namibia when they were playing the quarterfinals.
Against
I just forgot the
I
fixture
forgot the
now.
team.
Yeah,
Is it
I forgot
not
We beat
the fixture.
England.
Wales or who was it?
No, we just did
France.
France. Yes, France.
Sorry, I didn't
Oh
mean
yeah,
like that.
home nation. Yes, terrible. But home nation.
I'm not being
Yeah,
xenophobic.
when they were versing home nation
Yeah.
in Namibia, we're at a club.
Yeah.
We had them watching the game and supporting us.
Awesome.
Because it's the book.
It's that
Yeah.
I
big.
mean,
Yeah.
you understand?
Yeah.
And then for the semi-finals, we're at the awards.
Yeah.
We had a phone while the awards were going on. We're checking the score. Check the score. Check the score.
Yeah.
Check the score. It's because the connection wasn't so great because we were in the arena. But we had to. And it was so tight.
It was.
I mean, even the previous game,
Yeah.
right? But, which is like good and bad type situation. Because it's like, we keep doing this thing where we just, but I think it's just for me, it's just that resilience of like the fight.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That even though you're whatever points down, you're not giving up.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that team has. They have that thing, bro.
You know, as you say that, this is
Yeah.
funny. Every time we speak about the Springboks, I was going through TikTok. You guys know Tom Brady, the NFL legend?
Yes.
Tom Brady, for sure. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
He
Oh,
said
yeah. That's not just the NFL. Yo, Tom Brady is one of the greatest players in NFL. Tom Brady's 7 rings in. I just need to let you guys know that. But anyway, let's go.
So he sent a good luck message to the Springboks. But every time people send a good luck message, it's always about the entire South Africa. We're fighting for something bigger. You guys have gone through so much. Sir,
No.
apartheid is over.
We are still going though.
We have won.
No.
It's democratic, apparently.
We're sorry that you're going through load shedding, but the Bokkers will fight it for you.
What's happening?
Guys, when we win, like we have to speak it into existence. Like, you know, we don't have a choice. But when we win, like Boma, 5 working days after the celebration, and they've gone through Cape Town and everywhere, and they double-decker bus, and we have shown the trophy.
Yeah.
Stage 8, guys. Like stage 8. Do not
Is
pack
that
away.
your-
No,
is that
like for
your-
real. Don't pack away your generators. Everything needs to like remain as and where it is, because it's going to be a problem. I'm telling you. So yes, they are fighting for South
So
Africa.
load shedding is down right now, so we can all watch the World Cup.
Yes. So that everybody's like all amped and everybody can, you know,
Yeah.
create videos and stuff and post.
Our president said if Springboks win, we're going to have a public holiday.
Yes.
Sir, reduce tax. Fix electricity. We don't need another public holiday. We need solutions.
We have enough. We probably have.
We got a lot.
We have the,
Probably
we have
country
the
with the-
most. Is it
We
not?
need to check that
I
out.
think in
What's
Africa.
the country with the most public holiday?
think we're the most in
we up
Africa.
there.
I remember working for a Karen that said something of, you know, the rest of the world doesn't have as many as we do. We don't need this. And I promise you, I was like, and then what? Auzi and easy. So shut up.
Okay, you actually reminded me of something. I don't know if you were in that meeting back then when we were in this institution.
In that other place.
We had a lot of long weekends in a row. And the person in the meeting, the guy leading the meeting says, guys, another public holiday. How many more? And I think he's disturbed because if there's another public holiday, that means Sunday attendance goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could hear, like, sir,
Yeah.
we fought for this. We fought for this. It's Youth Day. We shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Like serious public holidays, bro. He's just like,
Yeah.
another one.
Easter for us, like, work doesn't exist, actually. There's just no productivity during that time. But if you want to see, like, if you want to have a war on your hands, minimize those.
What the
Minimize those public holidays,
Yeah.
and then you will see South Africa turn on its head.
Yeah, people look
I mean, I'm
forward
still mad that we don't have like the 10th of October, which was like Kruger's Day or something like that. I was like, in my time, we used to have Kruger's Day, and I want it
Kruger's Day?
back.
Ellen, what time?
It's the 10th of October.
Celebrating Paul Kruger.
Listen, I'm not saying it has to be like, since we're so good at changing names and changing streets, just
can-
change
we
it.
can
celebrated a
we can make it
colonizer.
we can make it the Siya Kolisi Day.
Yes, make it the Siya Kolisi Day. How? Yes, it was. I promise.
I
I'll
wanna
have to
know.
look it up and just
Yeah,
in
please
case
check
it's
that.
not just something in
I
my
want to know how
system.
upset, like, I don't know how to put it, how upset, like, the white people in the Springboks get when there's so much emphasis on the captain. Like, do they, in their heads, they won't say it, but do they ever go,
Yeah, yeah. Couldn't they give it to Faf? Just give it to Faf. Yeah. He's there. He's doing the job. Give it to Faf.
like, we said we put blacks. You happy we're blacks now. Now you want the captain. It's too much. Because, I mean, like, if you play sports, we all have
probably
the
irks
internal
them.
battle, like, oh, it's
Probably,
this guy.
probably irks them for sure.
Yeah.
It probably irks them that Siya is definitely headboard.
And you can't say on camera, like, yeah, he's good, but you can't.
Yeah,
hey,
you
camera
can't
goes
die
off.
saying any word.
yeah. You can't die.
You can't die saying.
Yeah.
Sending congratulations your way. Robot Boy wins Best Dancer.
Yeah,
in
shout out.
Trace Africa
Shout
Awards.
out. Yeah. Big. Huge story. Trace Africa, shout out to Trace. They managed to do something very incredible, which the CEO in his speech at the president's house, I just need you guys to understand that, at the president's house. So yeah, we after we won the awards and everything, we went to a lunch with the president, and the CEO had a speech, and in his speech he was just saying he was a bit nervous about it, about doing the awards in Kigali firstly. Which is not like a major city that gets spoken about from that perspective.
Okay.
And then secondly was we're doing this award show because Trace is not just Trace. Where Africa is concerned, they are Trace Africa.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so when you're doing an award show, you're doing a Trace Africa award show. So the question is everybody from the bottom of, like, from South Africa, essentially, to the top at Morocco, are they all going to come to the award show?
Yeah.
That was, like, something they were very nervous about. And honestly speaking, they successfully landed it. You had all the biggest artists from all the from all the countries.
Yeah.
We encountered artists we didn't even know about, and that was the beauty of it all.
Yeah, those photos look beautiful.
Yeah.
Just seeing that integration. See, this is an award show that doesn't cost 28 million, some awards. But we'll get to that.
Should I ask the CEO when I meet him how much it costs? Should I ask him? But then again, the government really backed up the awards. So it wasn't just Trace Awards. Another inception of the concept, which is incredible. It's Trace Awards and Festival.
Yeah, I saw the ad. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a really smart. That's
Yeah.
how you educate, I guess, the rest of Africa when it comes to entertainment
Yeah.
in the continent.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're gonna say Africa Awards, whoever the brand is,
Yeah.
you can't put let's say for example Casper next to Burna Boy next to whoever's in Morocco. Because
Yeah.
they might not even know each other. They are big in whatever their small
Yeah.
world is, but you have to kind of educate that. Sorry, there's people laughing in the background, but we're not going to say why. Focus. There's a conversation we need to have, which is coming very soon. But anyway, I like the idea.
Yeah.
Like, it's about, you've got to educate the people.
Incredible idea. I mean, it's obviously such a mission to do, because you're not just doing awards. Awards by themselves are already just a big thing.
Yeah.
You're doing awards, but you're doing this festival, and the way they ran the whole thing was like a weekend program. So they had a program from like Friday, Saturday during the day, Saturday awards in the evening, Sunday festival, like
That's
that.
beautiful.
You know, so very incredible. It was, and like I was saying, that the government essentially, even, as far as the president, because he spoke on it, saying that when we got this was something that we really wanted as a country, and we were open to backing it up like that, and we're happy that we did because of its success.
Yeah.
Right. So really incredible. Side note also, Rwanda, such a beautiful country. They don't have a paper in sight on the floor. I just need to mention that. That's the first thing you'll notice. They're a clean country.
Yeah, they're the cleanest in Africa.
They're the cleanest, right?
Yeah.
Clean country. Have you been to Rwanda?
I was supposed to go and then I got cock blocked. Ish.
Okay, so they are a clean country, ladies and gentlemen, right? Clean, like, so no paper, like,
Yeah.
how we drive, like, you'll see whatever, none of that.
Even in the CBD.
Even in,
That's cool.
it's incredible. So we asked about that. They don't have a law against it.
Yeah.
It's culture.
That's cool.
It's culture, as in,
Yeah.
yo,
That's very cool.
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
they take responsibility for the land that belongs to them.
Yeah.
100%. No smoking. Smoking is
Publicly.
prohibited. Public smoking is prohibited. They banned Habli and Shisha.
Yeah, because you people.
You people
Oh my gosh.
to the left,
That's
left
the
here.
first thing I asked for. My man's looked at me and said, yo, bro, I might be able to organize something, but it ain't really like a whole thing out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, like, yo, where's the nearest Shisha lounge?
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
country I go to, that's the first thing I look for.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, it's not
Nah,
a thing.
we-
And then I Googled to check,
Yeah.
and Habli has been banned in the country.
You think maybe it's because of a culture it creates, or a behavior pattern it creates among the people?
I think the government is conscious of pollution. The air in Rwanda is different. It's clean. It's clean, and the only reason I say that is because when you're breathing it in, you can feel there's a difference between that and here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like clean, obviously, because they do also have a lot of more greenery.
Yeah.
They have a lot more trees.
Yeah.
But I think to that, you letting the smoking thing happen too much, because in hindsight, you're thinking if people are smoking, the bigger picture not so much. But if many people are smoking, you have that air pollution happening.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it every day, quote
Yeah,
unquote,
yeah.
right? So you've reduced that. So therefore, you've got clean air pretty much. You're dealing with less toxins in the air.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's get to the petty stuff with Rwanda.
Yeah.
Are the guys better looking than the South African guys and the women?
The guys, I think they'll be tricky.
Like,
for
can
me
we
to comment
match
on.
up?
Marcia, why are you laughing? I most definitely no, we can. No, we
Okay.
can. No. Okay, we can.
Because I'm sure she has an expression on her face with this question.
Yeah, she does. She definitely does. Okay, so we can. I think on that, where that's concerned, what I do want to highlight, which we only notice on day 3, they don't have obesity. They don't. So you navigating. We're sitting at breakfast. My friend, shout out to Urban Creative, who was our shooter for the weekend. He goes, "Yo, have you noticed that we didn't encounter any obese person?" And I was like, "Oh snap!"
Yeah.
Like male or female
Yeah.
or whatever. The guys that were big were all Nigerians because they came with all the other guys pretty much for the awards. And big in the respective size.
Yeah.
Not even obese size. But that's even to what I'm saying. Like if you're meeting a guy that's big and huge, he's not from Rwanda, he's Nigerian, and he's not even like obese or whatever. He's just like huge and
Built,
muscle.
yeah.
Built
That's
like
interesting.
that, right? The women in Rwanda are beautiful, most definitely. But South, but South.
What? Yeah, what?
Yeah. But
Heaven.
South is still number 1. South Africa, when you travel, South Africa thus far has the most beautiful women in Africa. When you travel, you realize that, and I think now when we have the conversation is like the ungratefulness of it is because we don't know
Yeah.
that that's the case because it's a norm here.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have beautiful women for sure. Namibia's got a beautiful women too, but SA something else.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Shout out to SA women. Yeah.
That's
not the answer you expected. It's not what you expected.
No, because I wanted to hear confirmation. Like, okay, it's interesting to hear people's viewpoints.
because people were like hitting us up, like,
Yeah.
"Yo, is that the case?" 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what we
yeah.
hear about. I didn't even know about that actually. I didn't know about that theory and like the concept.
What I find interesting when I get the privilege to like go into some of these countries is to learn human behavior of the people.
Yeah.
Because like
Talk
how,
about
like,
it.
For
Yeah.
example, how women behave in South Africa, how women behave in Kenya, how women behave in Tanzania. 3 different behaviors. So in Kenya, the women have this. They are unapologetic with who they are. They will start a business. They will approach. They will flirt. They're not afraid to, like, let me say, have the audacity a man would have.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
South Africa, I guess there's a bit of a conflict considering the issues we face with
Yes.
gender-based violence and whatnot. Tanzanian women kind of remind you of South African women in their behavior, but they're a lot more quiet. They're a lot more submissive to some degree. They are strong in their faith and their culture. Yeah. So it's like interesting to see that. Like, oh, okay, you don't behave like that.
On that, like one thing that we picked up is like the people in Rwanda is like the level of like kindness and just good energy. Like I don't know you, but I have no reason to be negative towards you. That you know, and it was so interesting. I was speaking to this one guy, and I said, "You guys also embody what we call," and at the same time we said Ubuntu.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. And the story that I have and I carry, shout out to my man's Hamza. I don't know if he's gonna watch this, but this is he's a taxi driver actually in Rwanda. He took me to go do essentially figure out the nearest ATM where I could withdraw money. They're a lot cash based unless you're doing the money system, which is like once you get the SIM card, there's a code whole thing that they do. It's very convenient as well. But otherwise, you're cash based. So I was trying to get money money on hand, and then I went to go do my SIM card actually, and he helped me out throughout the whole process. He showed me where the ATM is. He waits for me. I come out and whatever the case is. We go to the MTN center. We go in. He speaks to the people to let them know that this is what I want to do. This is a foreign person. He's from South Africa. He wants to do ABC. Okay, cool. Please prioritize him. He's from the awards. He's got, you know what I'm saying, type of thing. He does that. I get sorted out. He's waiting for me. He's standing right next to me. Like, he's with me. He's talking to the ladies, making sure that they do everything right. And then he takes me back to the hotel afterwards.
That's dope.
And what was interesting was what he charges me, like, because now we do the whole thing,
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, how much is that gonna cost?
Yeah.
I spent about just over an hour with this guy, with what I mentioned,
Yeah.
right? And for that, that's an equivalent of about a 400 to 500 rand trip in SA, Uber.
Yeah.
He charged me about 200 rand. And I was like, that's crazy,
Yeah.
That's very generous.
right? And he just said, yo, if you just give me this, we good, bro.
Yeah.
I gave him a little bit more than that, most definitely, because I appreciated how he came out,
Yeah.
you know. But that in itself, the guys was just saying every driver we encountered, because the awards had they had cars,
Yeah.
they had their
Okay.
own shuttle
Yeah.
service. So you just request for the car comes through whichever hotel you're at, and every driver very friendly, very helpful. If you need anything, here's my number. You can call me directly, type of thing.
That's dope.
So that is like that. It was just a different energy
Yeah.
based on what we experienced for sure.
Yeah.
And of course, they were also just saying like the reality of it is like it's not that the negative is not there.
Yeah.
I just think it's at a less,
Yeah.
because by the time we spent there, we spent about 4 days. It's long enough to encounter some
Yeah.
weird stuff.
Yeah.
You know, nothing.
That's
Nothing.
That's
You know?
good.
So shout out to that. It's just coming off what you're saying, like
Yeah.
just that the difference in like the
Yeah.
people and section. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
It was very interesting.
Let's get into the messy things now. Musa Khawula, sentenced to 15 years in prison for murdering his ex-boyfriend.
Oh, sentence.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's why he's trending.
it came out yesterday that he got arrested. That's why it's quiet. First of all, I wanna figure out, how do you have the audacity to be so public and on YouTube and tweeting whatever you want to tweet or tweeting whatever you want to tweet, whatever we're gonna
Which one is
call
that
it.
one? Now? Did I miss that? Which one is that?
It's X.
Oh goodness. Hey. It's been so long.
Am I saying it wrong?
Oh my god.
So long. Like we tried.
Guys, leave me alone. But
Yo, that's crazy. He's 15 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Jeez, that's a lot.
given.
Well, it's not a lot.
Done.
the sentence is done.
he's taken.
Yeah.
But so he really did that.
Yep. Someone came out and said, "How are you guys allowing him to be so public?" He's a
Yeah.
murderer.
Okay.
What do you know what the story is? I think you mentioned one of the
I don't
episodes.
have the details on what happened in that day.
Yeah.
But people have been saying for months, like, guys, how are you guys even watching his stuff on YouTube and whatever?
Yeah.
Like,
When
you
he
guys know
killed-
this
he
person
killed
has
his boyfriend.
murdered someone.
He killed his what, boyfriend?
His
or what?
ex-boyfriend, yeah.
His ex-boyfriend.
So it's like, I'm trying to understand the.
I don't think the public knew that though.
It was
I
a,
think
it
that's
was a
the
conversation.
conversation, yeah.
It was a conversation on
So-
Twitter that this guy, you guys know, there's a case pending for the
No,
murder of his
I think
ex-boyfriend.
People knew
So-
about it because I
Like,
think a bigger
Or was
part
it like
just
a few people mentioning it, or was it like a whole thing on social?
I remember it
'Cause
being a
definitely
conversation.
Missed it. Like, I mean, but I'm also not on socials like.
I
that,
think
like that.
Unati.
Unati?
Yes, mentioned that, and then she's like, "I don't know how you come at me. I could be mistaken, but she said,
Yeah.
I don't know how you come at me when you've got such a hectic case against you. So like, figure out your backyard,
And then. You understand?
you know. So like, yeah, we knew about it. It's just that we pick and choose who we want to obliterate in terms of canceling and who we want to just entertain even further.
So-
As South Africans.
So for me, that's something I want to kind of, and I think this should be a show, guys. If you actually want to see a show where we have like curious questions or curious conversations with like really weird and interesting people, I feel like that would be a brilliant show for the people. We need to talk about that because I want to sit down with like can I say what do you call someone an ex? You don't call them an ex-murderer. What do you call them? Like they come out of jail and they were in jail for murder.
It's an ex-murder.
It's an
Is it, you call them an ex-murderer? Does that sound right?
Like in your previous life, you're a murderer.
What do you want to call it?
No, guys.
How do you want to phrase it?
What? My name is James and I'm an ex-murderer?
Okay. When someone's a football player and they
No, it's not the same.
What is it called?
Ex-husband, ex-wife.
You're not an ex-football player.
You are an ex-football
No,
player.
you're a former football player.
Okay, so
Okay,
former
former
murderer.
murderer.
Please come on.
Oh my word.
No.
Oh.
What?
What? Tell us.
It can't be that.
What must it be? Are you trying to find like a nice term?
I don't know what it would be. But okay, the point I'm trying to say is I would like to have like a conversation with like weird people like that. Like I want to sit down with someone. I want to understand the mindset because
Mindset of a murderer.
yeah, but of different people, not even just a murder. But I'm using that as an example.
Okay.
Because when you look at the behavior of Musa Khawula
Yeah.
before he got arrested, surely you can never be the same person again after taking someone's life away.
That's
Like,
what you call
I feel-
psychopathic,
There
right?
we
A
go.
psychopath.
Yes.
You can.
You can.
You just move.
I don't know. That must be weird because there must be something in your soul that says you can't be the same again.
But
You chop.
no.
You chase.
Yeah, psychopath.
We move.
That's not, as a normal person, it shifts you,
Yeah.
changes you, you're just not the same.
Yeah.
Psychopath and sociopath. Those two, scariest. Very scary. Sociopath will smile at you after they've done the job.
Yeah.
Psychopath moves as if nothing ever happened.
Okay, Pinkett. Should we discuss that?
What is that?
I mean,
Because I don't know. I'm not calling her a psychopath or a sociopath, but
Oh,
we
Jada.
need to discuss.
Jada.
We need to discuss Jada.
I mean, let's talk about
Actually,
why?
because you're a lady.
Okay, and because I'm a lady, I'm sane.
Yeah,
And
but
I'm
you were watching this
loving.
conversation. I want to know as a lady, we're like, oh, okay, but yeah, you're just moving on.
No, I am sane. Number one. Oh, okay. I'm not alleging that she's insane. I'm just saying that I'm sober-minded. Right. Number one. Number two. I try to leave relationships before I start hating the person. You understand? Like, I know there's a part of me that when I don't feel you nicely, like I will make your life a living hell. Like what she's doing. Do you know how many people do that? Remember that thread that was on Twitter on how men are towards their girlfriends when they start hating on them? I was like, that is me towards men that I just don't feel anymore. Like, don't push me to that point, right? So I try to leave a relationship at the point where I still love you, you know? I can't be with you, but I still love you. So
I'm with that.
if you love a person, even if you don't want to be with them anymore, you don't treat them in that manner. Regardless of what happened behind closed doors, and he also maybe did a few things and she did a few things, we love each other. So let's just not make it a mess there in public. It's messing with your work. It's messing with our kids. It's why?
So what's happening there? What's going on?
So Jada Pickett's basically releasing a book. Well, the book's already out. The journalist who interviewed her basically said, wait, do you guys, in your book, you basically say you guys have been separated since 2016.
Yeah.
But at the Oscar Awards, Will Smith addressed you as his wife.
Yeah.
My wife.
And then Jada said that was the first time I heard him call her my wife.
Since then.
Yeah. Hi. I don't know, it just sounds painful hearing that, like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, because she's like, I'm shocked. We aren't like that anymore. So how do you go up there and call me your wife?
What if Will Smith didn't know?
You know, nah, he knew.
What if he knew? What if he didn't know you separated?
Nah, he knew.
She said
Here's
bet.
the thing. You can clearly see, and this is factual based on the conversations.
Yeah.
He still loves her. Like, he loves her. She doesn't.
Hey boy, Zogale, like
I mean,
She
but
doesn't.
Okay, we can help you.
So when they separated, she was like, perfect. I get to reminisce in this Tupac love that
yo,
I have.
hey, yeah, bona again.
Then
Yo.
he just was like, so when you address him about her, in his heart and mind, that's his wife. Because he's still holding on to that.
Yeah.
So hence why he said, yo, don't be speaking on my wife.
Yeah.
Because that's how he sees her. That's not how she sees him. Hence why she be coming out the way she be coming out.
Sorry, go. I want to
Also, women, and this is something that is known, it's general knowledge. Women leave like way before.
Mentally.
Yes.
Mentally.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gone. So like I don't rate you for
I think
shit.
she's been gone.
She's been gone.
I think she's been.
And that's
she
why
realized I love Tupac. That's the love of my life.
yeah.
You guys, no.
And also like
That's
she's
not
been
good.
gone
What?
and she's trying to
What?
tell him.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Okay, this is the weird route I wanted to
That's
take.
what she said.
We're not doing this.
I didn't say
Hold
it.
on, wait.
No, but it's fact. She said.
Heck, she said, it's the love
She
of my
said-
life.
You know what? Okay, this is what I wanted to say. The weird thing is, all of us are like kind of church people. In the Bible, you know, there's a story where a
Seems like
guy.
Kind of like I'm in my inside. I'm like I am a Jesus girl.
We're God fearing people, right?
Father God,
God, Holy
Jesus
I
Spirit.
call upon your
Hallelujah.
name this morning. We just need to make sure you know.
In the Bible, there's a man who married a wife, and God said, "I'm going to use this prophet to teach the people how they are no longer how they don't have a relationship with me." Now we're watching this visual thing of Will
Which one is that
Smith.
one?
Who's the prophet? Guys, correct it in the comments about who the prophet is.
Yeah. I'm trying to click it. I don't have it.
But basically, he said
Break it down.
he basically says the world has become a harlot to me. That's how
Yeah.
God describes
Okay.
us. And I'm going to use you to marry this person who doesn't want to be with you.
Oh, hectic.
And that's going to be the example of how I restore and redeem you. He's going to love you through your mess, and that's the story. Basically, we understand the underlying message
So
is
she was a mess, and he was.
he's going to
marrying her.
continue love. Yes, and of course,
Wasn't it?
I know where this is
She was a
going.
prostitute or something, right?
she's been with many men, but I don't think they describe her as that.
Is it?
But basically, the underlying message is
And I know
God is
what
going
you're
to
doing.
God is
Yeah,
going to
and
continue
I
restoring.
It's the Steve Muncie play. The one that he did. Is that one?
Don't mention names.
Is that what it is? But it was a great production, bro.
Wait.
I'm going to mention it because I respect it. I respect the play that he did.
I feel like we're watching Will Smith be that guy. I'm gonna love you anyway, no matter how much
No
you
matter
hurt
how
me.
much that man came out after everything and said, what the world needs to understand is that when you unconditionally love somebody, you
Yeah.
love them through everything. And even I said, that nigga just said, yo, everybody just mind your own goddamn business.
Yeah.
So right now, I am minding mine.
Yeah.
We good.
Listen,
Will said he's good, guys.
as a female, right? As a woman, I need men to listen to this, right?
We're paying attention.
When you are told in action, in words, that you are no longer wanted,
Yeah.
via Joe. Because now you're staying there becomes like wanyon saman. Like you wake up and I'm like, why are you breathing?
Oof.
You chewing. Why are you chewing? Why are you existing? You know?
Yeah.
And like I'm not going anywhere. There's a reason why you're probably still in the same vicinity that I'm in. But
But isn't that commendable?
why?
I mean, it looks
What?
painful.
No.
Oh, I'm trying to be.
What Will is doing?
So I feel like there's a double-edged sword to it, because he's kind of saying whatever. Oh damn. Okay, he's kind of saying whatever I have to face, I'm going to face it, but that's not going to change how much space I have for you to be the person you need to become. And I feel like to some degree there's something that's commendable, but at the same time it's like you're going to hurt yourself.
No. And everybody that's watching this has been on either side of the sword, right?
Yes.
You've either been the woman that has been treated like crap because he no longer wants you, or vice versa, right?
Yeah.
Like, just go. There's nothing commendable about it. It messes with your mental. Like, that guy, if this is true, right? And he's just really wanting to love her and she's over it, I don't see him being okay for very much longer.
No.
Because it messes with you to have so much love for somebody and then them just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like-
he's saying, I love you. She's saying, I don't really care about homeboy like that. Publicly.
Publicly.
Not to him.
Come on.
Publicly.
I hear
No.
you. I hear you.
Oh,
He
my
must-
goodness.
he
Okay,
must
but
go.
now, okay, so we're seeing that we gotta speed through things, but I want to connect this to the Tyrese Gibson story.
I actually didn't catch that. I know there's a chat. I didn't tap into
I didn't
what
check
happened.
it.
Tyrese Gibson and ex-wife are now divorced.
Yes.
Ex-wife is going to
She regrets.
podcast saying she regrets doing the divorce because she had toxic friends
Yeah.
advising her to divorce.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
so she's not saying it's my responsibility. By the way, Tyrese did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Didn't cheat, didn't abuse, nothing problematic.
Yeah.
He was looking after the family, and on top of the divorce,
She's
she
been
wanted
a regular gent.
Yes,
And
on
that
top
was
of the
problem.
divorce, on top of the divorce, she wanted a 20K child support maintenance
yeah,
thing,
yeah, for sure.
which is like, okay, this looks like you were looking for a deal. You were looking to
Yeah.
hustle him. After, like, that's how I'm reading it.
Okay.
And I think maybe at the same time, remember when Tyrese had those viral videos where he did the
He
what
was
he wanted from me,
crying and-
crying, whatever.
Yeah,
He said on the Breakfast Club, when that happened, he didn't even know what happened. He was drugged up. He had medication. So he was shocked when people said, "Yo, bro, this is you." He
Yeah.
didn't know that he did that. So I'm wondering, as a wife, should it not have been your responsibility to look after him and say, listen, I need to take your phone away from you for a while because you're not in a good mental space.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm thinking that's probably the only information she took to her friends. To go, yo.
The negative stuff.
Yeah.
And not he's great. It's, I'm going to tell you all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so shitty how people are prepared to paint someone you've been intimate with so badly, and you don't realize the repercussions it comes with. You think you're just trying to offload. No, you're painting someone's reputation.
I'm very careful of that. I'm very conscious of that. Because, like, it is, like, it's easy for us to have a conversation and me telling you, like, quote unquote venting.
Yeah.
Right? But the problem is that we never say the good stuff.
Yeah.
We only vent the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, TK ends up saying, bro, by actual fact, you need to leave this situation. And TK is my man. So when TK goes, yo, you need to leave the situation, I say, you're right, bro. Nah, you're actually right.
Yeah.
And that's the bad part. I get what you're saying. So that's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
It really is.
There's this video on TikTok where people, this person says this is their principle in their relationship. If he gets in an argument with his woman and he talks to his friends about it, it's his friend's responsibility to take the woman's side and vice versa. If your friends aren't prepared to do that, end the relationship.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like, that's intense. And I feel
I've heard
that's
that.
a really good principle. Like, if I come to you and I complain about my lady, it's your job to take her side.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I
to
can
give
see.
a benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
And it should be her friends to go,
Yeah.
no, but you messing up.
Yeah.
I didn't say I want to do this now.
No, but you better do that. Do that.
That's what I would have
Yeah.
done, though.
Yeah.
Because that's, in hindsight, that's what I'm thinking about. And shout out to my boy Bugs, because, like, that's how we have conversations. Like, he would have said, yo, are you sure you didn't misunderstand this?
Yeah.
Are you sure they can have the conversation with him? Maybe say this, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got good friends. Okay.
Are you ready for that?
No, that's exactly what I want, because I've been on the receiving end of being out in the cold. Like, once they're done, then the friends are done, then the family's done, then and you out in the cold. And my problem is, in the past, and something I'm trying to stop doing now, is that I lived for my person, his family, his friends. It was my man, and everything that was connected to him, right? And literally becoming a stranger to my own people. So now when things like go to shit, then you're like, you can't go to his people because they were like, that's our person, winner. F off. You can't go to your family and your friends because you alienated them so badly that they're just not there anymore. So I would be that person for my friend, and I would hope that they would do the same as well.
That's good. Let's wrap this up. Last thing. I asked this question on Instagram, so I want to hear from you guys, and we'll add these answers in, and then we'll close this thing. Habits you have to drop when it comes to all relationships.
All relationships?
Habits you have to
Oral
drop?
relationships?
Yeah, like things you're aware of.
Of all relationships.
Yeah, whether it's romantic, whether it's professional, there's something you do that you know you need to stop doing, but they might not know it. I want to know from you guys as well.
Yeah, I probably need to stop trying to save people. I do have superhero syndrome. Sometimes it kicks in, cause like I see the best in everybody, and I try to help everybody, but sometimes it is to my detriment. So I've become a lot more conscious of it more recently in the past couple of years, and unfortunately I have to put boundaries and enforce boundaries. And I also feel like we're adults; we don't need to do that, but unfortunately I have to.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, people don't have that thing to just be like, you're being too much, and you're actually being like unnecessary, or you're demanding too much, or you feel like you're entitled too much. But people don't have that, and therefore like you need to bring in that control. I'm that person. Like, as much as like, I mean, I'm hard when it comes to my work and things like that, most definitely, because I'm passionate about it, and like, but at heart, like I love helping people, and that's the core of what I do with my purpose. So I just needed to have a conversation with God and just balance it.
That's good.
So that's the thing.
That's good. Ila?
For me, it's kind of weird. I'm not really sure how to word it, but I'm extremely open with people. Like, from day one, you know who Ellen is. I don't hide anything from you. But at the same time, especially in romantic relationships, like with guys, I just feel like I walk into the relationship and already like I'm like, ugh, I don't want you to have anything on me. So you take me out on a date, I'm going to take you out on a date that's like 2 times better than the one that you took me out on. Only so that when this ends, I can say that I don't owe you anything. You didn't make me. You didn't add anything to me, kind of thing, and I bounce. It's extremely cold. I just wish that I could go back, because I wasn't always this way. I wish I could go back to the softer side of me. For now, it's just like you say, "Hey, this is not working." I'm like, "Peace," and I'm gone.
So my 2 cent advice. I'm a Scorpio, right? And I'm mentioning that for those horoscope people, because they'll know what I'm talking about. I can switch on the cold switch for sure, but I had to learn. It's what I'm saying with the boundaries.
Yeah.
I learned to be more emotive, and I'm gonna say that also based on just like my father.
Yeah.
Like his upbringing, blah blah blah. He becomes this he's a man's man, essentially, which in the real world doesn't really navigate pretty well, because you become less emotive when you need to be intimate, right? And I had to learn okay, we have a bit of an error there. So I had to learn to be emotive, because as a boy you do study, quote unquote, your father.
Yeah.
You replicate that more so, even if I'm more closer to my mother for sure, but I did replicate that until my mother was like, "Oh, you're just like your father," and that was one of the negative statements that she said. And then I kind of learned the opposite, right? Because I knew how my father was. So the one thing is learning to be more emotive, but the biggest thing and most important thing is actually EQ. It's control, right? So it's knowing when to be, and also if somebody abuses that or uses that against you, is knowing when to cut it. Just that ability. So the ability that you have, most people would want, actually. So you have a bit of an advantage by actual fact. The ability you have that switch.
I think I had a role switch. I stepped into a very masculine.
Yes.
So now it's difficult for me to receive. I'm like, I don't need this. I want it, I don't need it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
100%,
yeah.
100%. That's definitely a James situation. But yeah, that's just my 2 cent advice with that.
Thank you.
Which I think it's an advantage to be able to cut it.
Yeah.
I think it is, because most people struggle with that.
Yeah.
And that's more detrimental. But I think if you can control it to be like, okay, I'm gonna let you in, but you best behave. You better come in and do you know what I'm saying? And then it's like if the individual doesn't move right, you have that ability to just cut it, type of thing. That's how I navigate things.
So you guys are like this about us. We're problematic, blessed, and layered.
Ooh, boy.
Oh, that sounds like a t-shirt. Right?
You sat with that for an entire month. You were like, this line, I'm going to use it. You sat with that.
I just want to know.
You sat
We're
with
problematic,
that.
blessed, and layered. That's the problem. That's
Yeah.
You
we
need.
don't reflect perfection.
Church is
Come on
knocking
now.
on your door. Hallelujah.
come to my service on Sunday. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. It's been good. Thank you so much for joining us. Calvin,
Sorry,
take us on.
what I want to throw in is, big shout out to Tyla. Biggest right now, we're Tyla ICU, who had the biggest joint and has the biggest Amapiano song in the world. And then we have Tyla right now, who's got the biggest joint out and is the biggest artist right now. And shout out to her. Amapiano as a whole thing is taking over the world, and that's a real thing. It's a real conversation, whether you like it or not. It is what it is. And I always say to people, you don't have to play the sport to support it. Bam. But anyway, so yeah, that's it from us. This is Before You Weekend, where we talk about the week before it ends. Thank you very much. Stay safe. It is the summer. It is December. Have a vibe. Have a good time. Send us your gig guide. Tell us where you are. Maybe we might come. I'm joking. We might not. We're too busy.
And
All right.
if you wear a New Zealand jersey on Saturday,
Please
leave the country.
trust us. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. Not in South Africa. All right. One time.
Cool, guys.
Peace.